In this video I will be explaining about asynchronous and synchronous execution of code. So before everything, let me show you how asynchronous code works. For this I will use this example. What this example does is it will run this line first, and it will run this line then, and finally it will run this code. Okay, normally we know that what should happen is the program should run this line and then this one and then this code, but in this case let's see what's happening. I am running this file. See, this line. Okay, then what happened was the program run not this line but this line, which is why we have this output here. Finally it runs this code. You see the output here. This is called asynchronous programming. Okay, you don't need to run the program line by line. If the code that you want to run takes longer time to execute, you can execute it asynchronously. In this case, the set timeout function takes 2 milliseconds to run, so it's pointless to run this code in the main thread. So we run it asynchronously. Okay, now we will understand this scenario using a diagram. Normally this is what happens inside normal execution. Okay, that means synchronous execution. Say you have 3 tasks to do, and this is the first and this is the second, which is a heavy and time consuming, and this is the third. If you run this three tasks synchronously, what happens is first it will run this task and next this task and next this task. Okay, what happens if this operation takes 5 minutes? The last operation has to wait until this happens. Okay, so this is called the synchronous execution or the blocking execution. Blocking means in the sense the rest of the code will block from execution until this is over. Okay, so you don't need to do these things. Instead, what you can do is you can run the code asynchronously. If the code contains heavy tasks, you can ask the runtime environment to handle it asynchronously. This is how the asynchronous code actually works. The same 3 tasks you have here, and let's say that you have the second task is very time consuming, and then it will be handled by the thread pool, not by the main thread. So first this task will complete, then since this is taking too much time, it will be handled asynchronously by the thread pool. So while it's running, this task gets executed. So the final output is first this task, then this task, and finally this task. Okay, so this is how actually the asynchronous code works. Now JavaScript Node.js has inbuilt support for this asynchronous execution.